Hi friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot, and it's Tuesday, October 1st, 2024, and I am here for a Sweet Tea's Tuesday tip, and I'm hoping you're having a great Tuesday, a great first day of October. This is my favorite time of year for multiple reasons, but I love the fall. Fall is my jam. I like the weather. Usually it's a little bit humid today. It's been humid here recently where I'm at in Virginia. But I love this time of year. I love the crisp mornings when we get those, and I love the opportunity to do bonfires and sit by the bonfire in the evening. I love the colors changing in the trees here in Virginia, and so I love this time of year. I hope you are enjoying it wherever you're at, and let me know if you're watching. So I'm gonna get my computer in front of me pulled up to the same screen so I can see comments, because I'm gonna turn my phone down in just a moment. A little show and tell, as I like to do on the Tuesday tip. So I will be sharing some tips about Paper Pumpkin today. And like I said, today is October 1st. So for Paper Pumpkin, if you've been a subscriber in the past, or currently are a subscriber, these are some tips that might be helpful for the kits that you have already done or may not have completed yet. And if you're not a subscriber, I will mention that there actually is a promotion going on right now for new subscribers. So if you've never subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, there's actually a 40% off sale for this month's subscription. So you would have to sign up by the 10th, which is in a week, a little over a week from now, on the 10th of October, in order to get that sale. When you sign up for Paper Pumpkin, make sure you sign up with a demonstrator. I'd love it to be me, but any demonstrator will work. They actually make you select a demonstrator for your subscription, and you have to sign up by the 10th. And to get the 40% off, you need to use the code. There's going to be a place to put in a code for the promotion, Holiday 40. So Holiday 40. And that will give you 40% off the subscription for the month of October, which is a holiday card crafting kit. So it is for the Christmas winter holiday, and the kit will be shipped beginning on the 11th for those that subscribe for this month. So that's just a little tip on that part of it. So make sure that you are up to date if you're a current subscriber, because this is going to be the Christmas card kit for 2024. And again, it's the October kit. And if you're a new subscriber, you can sign up for your subscription and do the Holiday 40 to get the 40% off of the price for your October kit. So that's very exciting for anyone who wants to give it a try at a great price, and enjoy a card crafting kit. It's going to be all inclusive. All Paper Pumpkins are all inclusive, and when you do get your first kit, they also send you a clear block to use with your stamps. So that's very exciting. So basically, you're going to get the kit for, instead of $25, it's going to be $15 plus tax. So for the monthly subscription, shipping's already included in that price, so you just get charged the tax. So it would be a $15 plus wherever your tax rate is for where you're located. All right, so let me get my phone down so I can share some organizational things I like to do with Paper Pumpkin. When I get my kit, just a couple little tips on that. And then when I'm done with my kit, some tips on that. So let me get my phone down here. And again, if you're watching live, say hi. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to know that you're doing that as well. Again, I'm Tanya Reed with Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot. And I might have to make an adjustment when I flip my phone to the other view. So give me just 1 second. It might be too close. Well, it is a little close, but we will zoom out and shift over a little bit. Can never tell exactly where my phone is going to end up. So I didn't need to move the whole thing, I don't think. Let me adjust a little bit more. So give me just a second. I am all wonky here, it seems like. Maybe I need to zoom out a little bit more. Okay, maybe that's a little better, hopefully. All right, so Tuesday tip for today, October 1st. So first of all, again, I mentioned in the first part of the video that each month, the 10th of the month is the cutoff for Paper Pumpkin for that month. So October's kit, which is not this one, this is actually the September kit. The October kit, for the cutoff for that, whether you're a new subscriber or a returning subscriber or someone who's currently subscribing, you have to make sure your information is current and up to date by the 10th of the month, which is next Thursday, the 10th of October, in order to get that month's kit. So make sure if you want more kits delivered, usually the standard subscription is 1 kit, but you can add multiple kits on the subscription if you would like. You just have to make sure you complete that addition by the 10th of the month. That's one tip. So when I get my kit in, and I am nervous about how close my phone is, so bear with me, I like to open it up and take out what's inside. So there's always going to be at least 1 stamp spot. And a reminder, ink spots are not repeated for a year, so you're going to collect them all year. If you subscribe for more than just 1 month, you'll get different colors every month. You'll have your stamp set. It's photopolymer. And like I mentioned, if you're a brand new subscriber, you're going to get a clear block to go with these stamps. And they are designed each month to fit on that free clear block that you get with your initial kit. Then the bulk of it is inside the pretty tissue paper, and that is where you'll find all your supplies for the month's kit. This kit, I have seen some beautiful alternatives for this. My friend Amy Wilson, you can look her up. Her name is AMI Wilson. She did some beautiful alternatives with this kit for September. So one tip I have on this is to get my supplies out, and then before I start creating with it, and I'm not going to make them today, I'm just giving you some tips. That's the Tuesday tip video. I like to pull out my instruction sheet, which every time you get a Paper Pumpkin, it comes with these beautiful instructions, and look at this first level of page. So where it shows you 1, 2, and 3 all on one. And it's not the stamping instructions, it's the sorting instructions. That's what I like to call it. And there it's all pictures. So this is going to be card 1, and in this case there was 3 card designs. This will be card 2, and this will be card 3. So what I do is I take out all of these supplies that are wrapped up in this little package, and I sort out my projects before I even start stamping. I like to make sure I get everything organized before I actually start the stamping process. So that's one tip I have, is to open it up and sort it out. Then when you open up this trifold sheet, and it's hard to see with my camera set up this way, it's going to break down card 1 for you in all of the steps, and then likewise card 2, and then card 3. So that's your actual stamping step-by-step instructions. But this page here shows you what pieces to sort out for each project. So I really like that improvement. They've done that over the years. They've changed the way the instruction sheets are, but if you haven't seen one in a while, this is how they are now, so I love it that way. The other thing they now include is another piece of paper which shows you the artwork for your stamp set. And it's usually laid out the same as how they're mounted on the packaging. So that gives you a little template, and you can see clearly what your images are going to look like. This is also a nifty, this is a new improvement they started in the last year. So they put this in there for you. This also becomes a neat little pocket to put your stamps in. And I'm going to show you what I do with my stamps in just a moment when I'm done with them. So once I've completed all the projects, of course, I'll be left with my stamp set. I'll be left with my ink spot. So I'm going to show you some things to do with those. And sometimes I'll be left over with some extra dimensionals and maybe a few bits and pieces from the kit, but mostly all the pieces will be consumed. But if you have leftover parts, you could always add them to the projects or create another alternative project with the leftover bits. All right, so let's talk about the storage of your Paper Pumpkin stamp sets and your ink spots. So for your ink spots, I will remind you, just like some ink pads, you want to store this with the ink pad upside down. So in order to do that, you're going to need to turn your ink spot upside down, which then of course you can't see the color of the ink pad or the name of the color. So I have a suggestion for you, and I've done it. I didn't do it on this one yet because I just got this out of the box, but this is one before. It's a Night of Navy ink spot. So what I did was just take a little piece of cardstock, typically white, and write on it the color of the ink there, and then just use some glue dots, which these were left over from a previous paper pumpkin, and add it to that bottom side of the ink spot. That way you know exactly what color it is, and you're storing them the best way to keep ink right at the surface of your ink pad. All right, so as an example, this is Cajun Craze. So I have another little piece of white cardstock. This is actually a leftover piece of paper pumpkin cardstock from a project kit that I completed, but these were leftover pieces. So just save those. But I'm gonna just write Cajun Craze. And if you did like a 1-inch piece, this is just about 1 inches wide in order to fit down in the square there. So just under 1 inch. So a 1-inch square or 1-inch circle would work perfectly to fit inside this little spot on your ink spots. So I wrote Cajun Craze. I'm gonna take a couple of my glue dots, pop those on the back. And now put that on my ink spot, just right there to label it. And that way I can label them and store them properly, because you want to make sure it's upside down so that the ink is always at the surface of your ink spot. The other thing is these can be refilled with your regular ink refills. So if you have the refill for the large pad, you can refill these as well. These are great for crafting on the go. These are also great to give to a new stamping friend. If they don't have a lot of colors and you have a lot of these ink spots from previous paper pumpkins or kits, these are great to pass along to a new stamper or crafter, or maybe a grandchild that wants to do some crafting and they want to craft along with you. These would be a great ink pad for them to use versus your larger, a little pricier ink pads. So these are great to have around for those kinds of things. All right, so that's that on the ink spots. For the stamps, like I said, this is a new addition to the Paper Pumpkin stamp set, is to give you the imagery on a piece of paper that you can use and turn into a little envelope to store it in. But I will show you what I've been doing with my paper pumpkins for organization and storage once I'm done completed the kit. So if the kit's done and I've got everything, the only things I have left are really this and the ink spots and the instructions. I will take them and organize them in a binder. So let me show you one that I've done recently. This binder is from the 2020. Oh, I'm gonna really be zooming. Let me see if I can adjust my camera a little bit. Just hang tight so you can get a better idea. So this is a 3-ring binder, and it's not a very large one because it's a skinny, it's about a 1-inch binder. And it's not decorated or anything, it's just a regular binder. I do like to put the year on the outside binding part, so I know from looking on my shelf. But I get these inexpensive binder pouches, and this school year, beginning of the school year, you'll find these. I get these at Walmart usually. These are just the little plastic binder pouches. They're about 50 cents a piece. Sometimes you can get them for even cheaper. But this is what I like to use to store my leftover pieces and parts for. I don't put my spots in there, but I put my leftover stamp set and this one, because it doesn't have the new improved sheet holder that they just started doing this year. I just put my stamp set on a piece of cardstock, and so you can see the imagery there. And then I also put in there my instruction sheet for that month. So it's all together. And I have had people say to me, do you have the such and such month from 2020 or 2018 or even further back than that stamp set from Paper Pumpkin? I found a Paper Pumpkin, but I don't have the stamp set. I can't find the stamp set, and I just go to my binder, and some of them I have and some of them I don't because I've given them away. But the ones that I have now, I do organize and keep this way. Thank you. I love it too. It's very efficient way to organize it. But again, this is once they are completed. And I actually put 2 per sleeve, so 2 per pouch. So there's one on the front side and one on the back side. As you can see, this was the March kit, which actually came with 2 stamp sets. That was a bonus month, so it kind of covers up the instruction sheet. Here's May, so I obviously got rid of or gave away April. Maybe it went in the door prize because I didn't do it. Who knows? Then June, August, October, November, and December. So again, this holds, if you wanted to do multiple years, I would definitely get a bigger binder because it does get a little bit thick, but everything's right there to view and to see. Flip through really quickly to see if there's some greetings I want to use from a previous set, and they're all cataloged and inventoried this way. So I hope that is helpful to you, both the ink spot naming or labeling, and then you have to figure out how you want to store these, whether it's in an old Paper Pumpkin box. These do fit in the Paper Pumpkin boxes. So just like this, like if this is the box, you can just put them in alphabetical order like that, so you can see all the names. And again, these are going to be upside down so that they're stored with the ink pad upside down for quick, efficient use. But then you want to label them so you know which colors you're pulling out. And so hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully the binder pouch into the binder organizing is something helpful and useful. And it's an inexpensive way to do it. Some people also print out more information for the individual Paper Pumpkins, but for me, this is my system. It tells you the date, the name of the kit, and I can see the stamp set, and I can see the basic designs of the cards, and I can always pull it out if I need to see more. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining today for the Sweet Teas Tuesday tip, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.